Hey guys, welcome back. Going to do another paper review. This one is called Mint Julep by Colorbok again, and it's 12 by 12, and there's 25 different designs. There's 50 sheets, so there's 2 of each design. I like this one for all the pretty little colors. They're kind of like pale looking, they're not really bright colors, so I kind of like the palish looking colors. I do like dark colors, but this one was pretty. I haven't actually looked through this one real good, so this is the first time I'm looking through all of these different pictures and different designs for the whole sheet other than just flipping up the corner. So this is the first time I'm looking through this one, so this is going to be fun. Let's see what kind of different ones are in here. So here we go. Oh, and don't mind my desk. I'm kind of half got a garden going, and those needed picked last night because they were getting really ripe, but some of them aren't as ripe, so I'm kind of setting them in the window to finish ripening. So yeah, those are tomatoes, by the way. Yeah, those are tomatoes that I grew out of my garden, and they're doing okay. Nope, making a mess. But yeah, just don't mind my desk. It's a little, that's a drawer in there. It's a little messy, so just ignore that. We're looking at the paper, not my desk, so here goes. Here's our first page. I really like that. That is really pretty. It says beauty inside and out. Enjoy the journey. You know what I would do with this? I would cut these individual ones out. Yours and mine. That is neat. That would be a neat idea to do on the outside of a card, like taking your scissors and going and just cutting each one of these out. That would be so neat, and putting it on the front of a card. That would be cool. It's like enjoy the journey. That would be neat for like a baby shower card, or a like just born, like newborn card. And cut this out with an arrow. I'd leave the arrow in it, underneath of it, and I would cut right through here and go around and back up, and I would put enjoy the journey on the front for like a newborn card. That would be neat. Lovely day. That would be neat for like a birthday or something. You amaze me. That would probably be a birthday. You'd have to swirl this one though, because this one kind of interferes, so you couldn't go straight, or you would cut that one off right here if you did it straight. So if you kind of just maybe swirled this one around, that would be neat. Today is the day. That would be neat for a birthday one too. Trust yourself. Like if somebody's like feeling down and you just wanted to send them like, you know, an uplifting card, trust yourself. And you'd probably have to kind of like fussy around all that too, but it would still be neat looking by the time you kind of just go around, explore the world. I don't know what you could do. You can probably come up with all kinds of stuff for that one. Explore the world. That one just says love. I would cut out the love with little hearts on it. Hello morning. I would cut that one out. Totally awesome. Friends are everything. Love and laughter. Sweet smile. That is neat. Heart and soul. That is neat. I would do that. That's what I would probably do with this one. So I'd cut in these individual sayings out, and that's what I would do with that, because that's neat. I don't think I'd want to cut down the middle, because everybody's going, whoever you're giving it to would be like, oh, what does that say? Like it wouldn't be, like if you just cut down the middle of it, like it wouldn't say anything, and it would just be a bunch of jumbled letters. So that's what I would do. I'd cut these individual ones out. That's what I would do with that one. That's neat. I like it. That's pretty. It's got like little lines, little green lines going different directions. That would just be neat for a background, just going behind something. Maybe behind those letters up there. I think those are those 2. That one's neat. That one's about the same way, just different colors. It'd be a neat background one. That one's cool looking. It's green with little polka dots. These will just be great backgrounds. Or like a base, like not the base of a card, but just the base of your design, like the very first one you're going to put down on top on your card. Like that would be neat to start and then layer it on top of these. Ooh, I like that one. That one is neat. That's so pretty. That would be the same way that would be like the back of something. It's still neat. I still like that. That's pretty. That one's pretty too. That one's got flowers all over it. That would be neat too, where it's got the flowers. I don't know if I'd use it as a background, but on the front of a card where you're not going to put like a saying or something on the front of the card and you just wanted to have like a little picture, you could cut out little squares of this one and kind of put it on the front, and then maybe like have one more little square on the inside with your saying or something. That would be neat for that one. It's got little pretty flowers on it. I don't know if you can see the little flowers on that. Pretty little flowers. I like that one. It's pretty. Stripey. That's a stripey baby. I like the pretty stripes. Pink polka dots. That's like a pale pink with like an even paler pink polka dots all over it. That one's real neat. That would be a background one too, probably, because it doesn't really stand out too well. So, because this one doesn't really, it's not really eye catching. It doesn't pop and say anything. So you could probably just put like a background. Use this for a background and put stuff on top of it and layer on top of that one. That one is neat. I like that one. I don't know if I would use anything like this where it's like half like this. I don't know if I'd use it for a card unless I was cutting out just like this side and using it for a card. That'd be about the only way I would use it. I would probably use this more of like a scrapbook page. If you scrapbook. I don't really scrapbook. But, or actually I made a mini album, and this would be neat to maybe do like a couple pages of a mini album in if you were putting the two together. Like if you were making a 6-inch one, then cut down this way and have like this one page and this one page beside each other, so you still get this in one of the pages and this in another page. And you'd still probably get, because the middle's probably about right there, so you get some of that blue right here from this page. But that's probably what I would do if you were making like a 6-inch mini album, is I would cut down this way and then make these like one page, like a page this way. That's what I would do with that one. Or if you had any project really that involved like a whole 12 by 12 page, that's what I would use this one for. I wouldn't really mess with cards so much. Unless like I said, if you're just going to cut down this way and just use that for something. There's a pink version of the little arrows, which is neat. I would use that one as a background too, just to get started with, because it's pretty neat looking. Ooh, I like that one. This one I'd probably do this one about like how I would those flowers. If you wasn't going to put like a saying on it, then I would cut out little squares of this one to put on the front. You could use it for a background, I guess. Like, I mean, it really wouldn't matter. It's totally up to you if you're going to get this. It's up to you if you're going to, where you're going to put it. But I'm just saying that's what I would do. Is I would probably either use it as a background or, use it as like just the front because it looks pretty or something. I don't know. That one's kind of neat. It's like green. It's got little lines on it. That would be a neat background one. And put layers on top of it. That's what that one, I'll do with that one. That one's pretty. This would be a good layering one too. You put down first and then layer on top of it. But I wouldn't want to cover up all these butterflies. So if you're going to put this one down first, I probably wouldn't put a whole lot of layering on top of this. If I was going to do this as a card, I would try to take up almost the whole front of the card and then just have the layering on one side and kind of small. That way you're going to see a lot of these colorful butterflies. Like I wouldn't put a whole big bunch of layering stuff on top. I wouldn't try to cover it all. I would want to leave a lot of this exposed so you can see the pretty butterflies. That one is neat. That one is really neat. It's got like little houses, little shops, home sweet home. That is neat. I would probably cut these out. I wouldn't cut them out perfect. I would leave like little borders around them when I cut them out. That's probably what I would do too, is I would cut these out and then kind of layer them on top of each other. That's what I would do, is I would cut these out and then put different ones beside each other and layer them and make it kind of look like a street, and then maybe get some some really pretty like light gray design, something with a little pretty design on it to lay down in the front for like a little street or sidewalk kind of thing. And I would maybe cut this little banner out, says Home Sweet Home, and put it on top. And then I would put these like that kind of down towards the bottom, and I wouldn't put anything else on it. And then I would put the sentiment like on the inside of the card then. And then give it to somebody. That would be neat. Or, oh my goodness, this would be a good pop-up card. I don't have any pop-up cards to show as an example. Actually, here's the base of when I started. That way you know what I'm talking about. This one I kind of messed up on. So this will be an example of one. See how it pops out like that? You see how it's got these little, and it pops out? I would do something kind of similar to that. And then I would take these little houses and stick them on here so that when they open up like that, little houses are popping up. That's what I would do with this. And that would be an awesome card. I would put them on the inside and not the outside and pop them up. And then maybe put the Home Sweet Home on the front of the card. I'd cut the Home Sweet Home, put it on front, and then put these houses on the inside as a pop-up card like that one. And that would be a neat idea. I really like that. That one's neat. And I wouldn't have a problem cutting it up either because of the way it is. Because if you cut it like right here, you're going to have this interesting little V. Or if you cut it right here, you're going to have these interesting little stripes. And because it's got these stripes, this is one I would do kind of like the butterflies. Because if you cover up too much of it, you're not going to get that kind of like striped illusion, I guess, of this one. Like you're not going to really get the stripes part of it. So this one would be kind of like the butterflies. I would put this one as a base, but then I'd put a little design on like off to the side or something. That way you're still seeing a lot of this. That's what I would do with that one. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. I like this one. Oh my goodness. This one I would do like the little squares on the front. I wouldn't put a sentiment really on this one. I would put a base down and then I would put this one on top of the base. Like I would put like one of these other colors, like the green, like little stripy one or something. Put it down first and then put this one as the layers on top. And I probably wouldn't put a sentiment because I'd cut like little squares or circles or something out of them and put them on top and use these as the layered parts. And then put the sentiment on the inside, or if I would have had a little sentiment, I'd put it in there somewhere, but that's probably what I would do with this one, because it's pretty. This one's just a red striped one. It's kind of neat. You could actually put this one down and then put this down on top of it, because there's not a whole lot of this red in here. There's a little bit of red, so it kind of matched, but there's a lot of different colors in it, so you put this one down first and then put the flowers. That one's neat. Hello, hello, hello. That's all it says across that one. It's hello, hello, and hearts. That one would be neat for like the outside of a card. How would I do that one? I don't know. I'd probably just put it down as a base. Something you wouldn't want to put nothing real little. Like nothing real little on top of this one, but you wouldn't want to go still too big either. You wouldn't have to put something little like those other ones I was talking about, because it says it so many times, like you don't want to get the card and pull it out and then all you see is hello, 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 hello all over the place. And then a little tiny sentiment in the corner. So I would probably do like for an average size card, for like an A2 card, I would just do like half of the card showing this and then the other half as like a sentiment or like a picture or something, or actually like those flowers that we were just looking at. You could put like a big flower in the corner and then have this as the rest of it or something. That would be a neat idea. Some more stripies. That's pretty. I like that stripy. That would probably be a good like base, and then put stuff on top of it. That's probably what I would do with that one. Ooh, I like how the collar changes like that. This is really neat, the little white stripes, and then the collar, like it's like a watercolor almost, like a watercolor change. It goes from like orange to like a reddish, and then like a pink, and then green and blue, and it's kind of just got a watercolor kind of look to it. I like that a lot. That was really neat. There's green flowers. Let's see if you want to see that. Oh. Little greenish flowers. Well, it's green and then it's got the white outline of flower, so it's not really green flowers, but it's still really neat. Ooh, that's a green-ish with like a wood grain to it. That's neat. And this one would have to be the same as the other one because you want to see that wood grain look and like the little swirls, so you know that it's a wood grain and not just a bunch of stripes. So I would cut this, and then I would do like a smaller or small-ish sentiment off to the side. That way you get that wood grain look, and you're keeping that. That one's pretty. These little stripes stand out. I like how the red, like it's mostly like a greenish blue and some white in there, and then you get these bright red and orange. It's really neat. I like that. Ooh, flowers. This one, I would probably do the half again if I was going to do this as a base. Either that, or I would cut out the flowers and then just like kind of stick them on something else. If I was going to do something, if I was going to use it as a base, I would do about half of the card for the sentiment and then show in the other half, or I would just go in and cut these flowers out and stick them on there. That's probably what I would do. And that's polka dots. Red polka dots. I like red. Red is pretty. That would be a good background use. And you could probably cover the most of this one because you're going to still see the polka dots. Like if you leave like, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch around it, you're still going to see the polka dots because they're kind of little. So, and that seems like that is our last page. So yeah, we went through all of this. So, yep, we went through this whole paper pack. This one, I like this paper pack. It's called Mint Julep. It's at Walmart for $5. Not expensive at all. And you get 50 pieces of paper. You can do so many projects with it for $5. It's not that bad at all. I paid $5 for it, so if that means anything. So yeah, this one is really pretty. If anybody gets it, I hope you do something pretty with it. I want to see it. If you can find like my Facebook page or something, if you need to get this pack and make something, I'd like to see it. So alrighty, thank you for watching.